We are live from Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo. The Capital Region Axemen and the Ladner Pioneers underway in a 1-1 game, 6.5 minutes in. Cox is on the ball for Ladner in red, Capital Region in black. Couple of early goals, and then things have kind of settled in here as Kirkby has it from the outside. Plays it across for Poole, long-range shot and a bouncer. It's going to be a reset opportunity here for Ladner. They scored 13 seconds in with Kirkby, and at 1:27, Vredenberg replying for the Axemen. Poole outside opportunity, quick stick and a quick goal from Lacrosse. 2-1 Pioneers, cross-floor effort, Poole to Lacrosse, and this game is 2-1 for the BC Reps. Nanaimo winning the BC Championship, but they are the hosts this year, so Ladner comes in as the BC representatives. 6:54, the time of the tally by Lacrosse, and for the second time in the game, Ladner goes ahead. Shots 9-2 on the Ladner side. Some good possession from Capital Region, but not the shots that they've wanted on goaltender Brody McDonald. Wearing the reds, Rhett Paris, the goaltender for Capital Region, in the black. Pioneer ball. Davidson deep in his own end. Makes a pass up to Barikoff. Barikoff moves the ball forward. Nate Clare is on to it. Swings one across to the front. That's picked off, and here's an opportunity. Sullivan running the floor. Pass off to Kenny. Couldn't get his shot through it. Just goes harmlessly into McDonald. Outlet pass. Pulls up the floor. Ian Poole. Sam Clare cutting outside the crease. Good footwork to stay outside. Lobs it back to center court for Lacrosse. In walks Keith with a long-range bomb. Scores! He put that one through. Paris. Ryan Keith has a very heavy shot when you haven't seen it before, and these teams don't have much of a book on the other. Just overpowered the goaltender. Ladner goes up by 2 goals, a 3-1 lead, and a 10-3 lead in the shots on goal right now. So a couple of quick markers in a row for the Pioneers to take a small measure of control in the first period, and they do take control off this next faceoff. Captain McDermott back deep in his own end. 3-1 Ladner, 2 goals in a span of 51 seconds to break a 1-1 tie. Barikoff is on the move. Throws the ball back up top, Tom Johnson. Kirkby to the middle for Clare. Running in behind the net, Paris watching him. 2 on the 30 and a shot. Just missed. He had some room on the far side, did Clare, but this is going to be Capital Region ball. And the Axemen can now come up the floor. Burgin moves on to it now. Coming towards the front, Wasson there to pick for him. Burgin plays it across other side. Kenny with the miss. Opportunity for a steal here for Ladner, and they will. They're 2 on 3. And there's a shot, and Henner walked right in and blistered that one high. Transition run, coast to coast. 8:44. And Ladner's got something going here. And it looks as though Coach Jason Tass at that Capital Region bench wants to push the reset button. 1-1 game, and it was going back and forth, and we had a couple of technical difficulties as we were getting on the webcast this morning. And some technical difficulties for Capital Region. Now in a span of just under 2 minutes, 3 goals against, a 4-1 Ladner lead. And a chance for a bit of a regroup. Corkery and Szabo on the faceoff. 4-1 Ladner Pioneers. Rolling ball. Vredenberg, who has the lone goal for Capital Region, tries to scoop it on the side wall. Pinned there, and he throws the ball back up for grabs. Loose in traffic. Still loose. Corkery's trying to win it. Getting some help as the ball bounds back. Beatty's trying to pick it up as well, and now finally it is controlled, this time by Nevin Sullivan. Sullivan moves the ball forward. Opportunity for Yonkers to move up. Throws the ball across. has McNeil. McNeil from the outside throws it across, a bouncer missed by Kenny. Ball free. 30-second clock's going to wind down here. Pioneer possession. Halfway through the opening period, 4-1 the Pioneers lead. Davidson in transition. Throws the ball back to Johnson. Johnson has his man. Nass dumps down low. Kirkby from the angle. Looking back. Has his man Brian Poole. Brian Poole, Tom Johnson. Mike Barakoff, 10 on the 30 for Barakoff. Barakoff puts it across Kirkby. Looks for room, shot, whip that one wide, and the ball will go all the way back down the floor, and that's going to be back-to-back shot clock violations. First for Capital Region, then for Ladner. Axemen ball in the Nanaimo territory. They'll set it up. Play whistled in. Vredenberg puts it up top. Burgin looking for space. Wasson helps him with some picks. Still Burgin looking, wiring. Brody McDonald gets the arm out. Ball free. Wasson's trying to recover. The captain for the Axemen. Looking. Forced across the floor. Makes the pass down low. Vredenberg knocked down to his knees. He still got the ball though. Nice stick control as the ball pops into feet. Cox took it out. Corkery stripped him. Vredenberg slow getting up. He's back to his feet. Corkery put it on the net. It goes off McDonald. Some nice loose ball work here from Capital Region. It's going to be Axemen ball. Vredenberg had a tough shift there. Heavy work, but he kept going the whole shift. Burgin's on the ball now, moving forward. 4-1 Ladner. Axemen in black on the ball. Played across the floor. Yonkis. Burgin. Yonkis again from distance. Tried to knife through, couldn't. Still got it. Pass off. Long range shot, but it goes way high on the deflection. And it is going to be Capital Region ball again. This has been a strong sequence for them inside Pioneers territory, but unable to get that second goal. Burgin from the side. Throws it back across. Kenny. Looks, wires. Heavy shot, McDonald to save. Kenny again. McDonald another save as he went down to his knees to keep that one out. Ladner ball, swim move. Gobrecht will take it. Lost it initially, but got it back. Upping on the attack. Gobrecht from the angle. Making moves down deep in the corner. Goes up to the top. Throws the ball back to Clare. Clare bounces it through. Late in the possession. There's Poole with a drive in Paris. A good save, ball out of play. Ladner's going to get the ball back. From the angle, it's Clare. Plays it across, high pass though. Poole trying to take it down in traffic. Couldn't do so. Transition opportunity here. Running the floor, Taylor. Taylor flips it on. Wrong side, but Vredenberg shoots one, and a good save by McDonald, who reached out with his leg. Nathan Clare took a high check. Ball loose. Taylor's got it again. Running in behind the Ladner net. He's got Poole all over him. The ball pops out. Taken back in behind the net this time. Bador has it. Now on the angle. Vredenberg looking. Low shot, but he didn't get it through. That was Kenny, 22, not 92. Pinder controls now. He's in a one-on-one to the crease. He dives and scores. There was going to be a penalty call on the play. Wyatt Pinder. Not much room to negotiate that crease, but he kept his feet out. 5-1 for Ladner. And this after some good work and an extended period in the Pioneer zone. Pinder looked like he might run out of real estate and he might hit that crease, but the dive move worked. Certainly not indicative of the play of the last few minutes, but Ladner extends the lead now. Wonderful effort from Wyatt Pinder. 5-1 as the ball is back inside Axemen territory now, and they'll try and come up floor and get something going here. Down by 4 in the first period. Forster coming towards the front. Forster bowled over. pass down low. Now it comes to the top. There's Vredenberg with a bomb off the frame of the net. That time might be a transition chance, but Forster's going to take that ball away. Vredenberg again. Now Burgin from the outside with 20 seconds. Burgin on the move. Nice flip pass. Wasson couldn't take it though. Pioneers coming back. Sam Clare in a one-on-one. Driving to the goal. Takes contact. Posts up and protects the ball. Lots of time in the possession still for Barikoff. Throws the ball back to Tom Johnson. Johnson, a bouncer. Kirkby right against the wall. Ryan Poole's going to try and pick for him. Still Kirkby. Can't shake his man. Throws it to Johnson, and you whip that one wide. That'll do it for the possession. Axemen ball. 5-1. 6:18 to go in the first period. Game was 1-1. 1:27 in. First Ladner and then Capital Region, but then a 4-goal run now. And Ladner finds themselves in a nice position here in the first period. Forster looking. Flip pass down low. Kenny tried to dunk it, but he was in so tight. Didn't have his angle. Ian Poole looks for a long outlet. Has his man. There's a nice catch made by Ryan Keith to the net with a bouncer. I think he was doing a little bit of illegal checking there with the free hand. 5:50 remaining now in period number 1. McNeil coming ahead. Plays in Wasson. Wasson to the middle. Burgin. Angle opportunity here. Yonkis trying to get free. Burgin from distance, forced back. Yonkis again. Being checked, ball popped out of his stick. Can Davidson take it? It is going to be Ladner ball. And the boys from BC in red come forward now. Davidson knifing through. Pass to the side. Brian Poole wires a pass. Lacroix can't take this one down. Lacroix has one of the Ladner goals. Ball battle. Won nicely by Kirkby here, and he's on the move. Down the flank, the right-hander. Feeds the middle. Nathan Clare took a shot. Missed the target with that, and that'll do it for the possession. Out of the bench here comes Clare, and he was hoping he could win that ball and get it back down deep the other way, but couldn't quite control. All that means is that as everybody comes on, the ball is going to start right beside the Pioneers' net. Corker will take it. Trying to barge his way through to the middle. A bouncer goes high. Poole can't get it. Carey tries to. Kenny in a double team, loses the ball. Was unhappy the way he was treated. Here's a 2-on-1 break. To the net, Carey getting in tight, and Paris made the save. Looks up the floor. Lobs the ball forward and out towards center court. Comes Capital Region. Forster's on the ball. Forster coming towards the net of Brody McDonald. Looking. Shoots one. Missed the goal with it. High ball. Vredenberg with a nice scoop. Long shot. Just off the mark though. Foot race. Still loose. It's a one-on-one battle, and the ball goes right through the crease. And recovered and fed towards the front. Sam Clare looks to the side. That pass is broken up. Transition opportunity. Logan got the ball ahead. Now fed to the middle. There's a bomb from Corkery, and McDonald reaching for that. Keeps it out. Sabo onto it. Throws the ball back. Ian Poole's going to move up slowly. 3:40 to go. Opening period. Game settled down again, but a nice 4-goal Ladner run has them in control. Nathan Clare from the outside. Put the ball down low. Fed to Tom Johnson, but he couldn't get it away. Axemen with a chance to move forward now slowly. Everybody changing both sides. Ball fed ahead. Vredenberg. Yonkis. Wasson comes up to join him. Pass goes to Burgin with a bomb high. McDonald the save. Vredenberg tried to run through and distract the goaltender. Wyatt Pinder comes up. What a beautiful diving goal he had earlier in the period. Ball is dumped down towards the front. Loose into the crease. And now taken by Capital Region. The Axemen will start forward. Pass ahead for Forster. Forster in a one-on-one against Poole. McNeil throws a pick. Forster doesn't have a lot of room, though. Stiff angle, 12 on the 30. Forster, swim move. Still not much room. Szabo's all over him. Ball knocked out of his stick. He didn't quite realize it initially, and Brody McDonald looks for the outlet. Lobs one to Sam Clare. Quick man off the bench is Kirkby. Sam Clare loading from beyond the arc. Forced backwards. He's going to feed off to Tom Johnson. Johnson moves the ball down. Nathan Clare. Bounce pass. Brian Poole flings it across. Johnson with the quick stick, and a good save was made by Paris that time. Looks for an outlet. Wires a long pass. Just a bit too far, and it goes coast to coast and out of play. Badura was hoping to catch up to that one, but lots on the pass, just a bit too much. Under 2 to play opening period. 5-1 Pioneers. Barikoff with the ball. Barikoff looking back. Tom Johnson. Johnson knifing through. Good save, Paris. Rebound free on the floor. Still loose. Nass with a good job to get it free, but taken finally by Capital Region. The Axemen can come forward. Fournier had the ball. Now it's played off. Burgin coming forward. Burgin looks to the middle. Has Forster there. Makes a move. Forster. Burgin. Burgin throws it across on the other side. Yonkis to the middle. No room for Vredenberg, and Ladner's going to come ahead. Carey with speed. He's got Gobrecht with him. Carey coming towards the front, but he's met by that Capital Region defense. Throws the ball back. Nathan Clare on to it. As we come down towards 1 minute remaining opening period. 5-1 Pioneers. Nathan Clare tried a net drive, couldn't get through. Put it across. Kirkby moving to the middle, and he whipped that one high. Ball will bound back down towards Brody McDonald. He will have time to put it to the other end, but he misses it, and so that's going to be a free possession. Unlucky bounce there for Brody McDonald. And Corker will have a chance from the angle to take it. This would be a huge opportunity if Capital Region can get one back here just to build some momentum for the second. Forster outside shot too high. Ball ricochets back down. Paris comes well out of his net. Gets it ahead. Forster. Wasson takes on Poole. Shot, scores! And there's that last minute goal I was talking about. 5-2. Wasson putting that one through McDonald. 19:32 the time of it, so still time for either team. This is where the face-off is so key. And they were questioning, did Ladner want a timeout? And they're saying, no, we don't want a timeout. But if they win the face-off, they very well might. Corkery, Szabo, ready on the draw. And will we see a draw win followed by a timeout either way? Contested draw still as the ball is loose in feet. Rolls back. Axemen have it. They'll try and come up floor. Still 16 seconds on the 30s. The ball comes to Fournier. Now he calls the timeout with 11 seconds remaining. That face-off battle took a while to win, and I wasn't sure there initially as the Axemen took some time to call the timeout, but 11 seconds is plenty of it to draw something up and get another goal back even. Lacrosse a game of runs, and that 4-goal run looming large for the Pioneers right now. They know this building very well. Played here in the BC final. Best of 3 BC final, won by the host team that will play at 5 today, the Nanaimo Timbermen. Lacrosse on a Sunday. Opening ceremonies are later. But lacrosse all day here at Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo. Clouds have come in. A little bit of moisture this weekend. Long time without rain in Nanaimo. And forest fires in BC have been a big story this summer, including here in Nanaimo. A blaze near the Nanaimo Lakes that reached 182 hectares at its peak. And smoky skies a big issue. 5 seconds. Forster to the front. Quick stick opportunity at the side, and Vredenberg had a chance for his second. The ball was maybe just a little bit high, but still he got the stick on it, had the chance, and the first period comes to an end. The Ladner Pioneers 5, and the Capital Region Axemen 2 from Frank Crane Arena.
Welcome to Nanaimo, the gateway to Vancouver Island. Located on the rich waters of the Salish Sea, backdropped by thick, temperate rainforest with their rolling hills and the rugged mountains in the distance, Nanaimo was the first home to the local Nanaimo First Nations people. For centuries they lived here in connection with the land. And in many ways, this close tie to the wilderness of Vancouver Island resonates today. In the 1850s, the Hudson Bay Company set up a trading post in the region here in Nanaimo. Today, that trading post still stands with the HBC Bastion, standing guard over the waters of the harbor here in Nanaimo. For many decades afterwards, Nanaimo flourished as a coal mining town. Much of this early history is on display at the Nanaimo Museum. Today, Nanaimo is a bustling and modern urban center on the edge of natural wonder. Experience Nanaimo's supernatural wilderness and find yourself again.
Nanaimo allows me to do my passions through accessibility. Just the way that it's laid out, within 10 or 15 minutes, I can basically be from my house and doing something that I am truly passionate about. For me, it's about connection. I know a lot of people go to nature to disconnect from the world, but for me, it's about feeling like I'm part of something bigger. I feel it helps me connect to other people with similar interests and passions. Nanaimo has a little bit of something for everybody, and I think it does that little bit of everything really well. It's a place where you can discover passions that you didn't even know you had.
It gives you city life and gives you wilderness life all at the same time. It has both freshwater and saltwater with easy access. You don't have to travel more than 10 to 15 minutes to be on a body of water, no matter where you live. You can either be out on the ocean fishing in 15, 20 minutes, or you can be on Long Lake like we are today, enjoying some trout and bass fishing.
With diving around this area, Nanaimo or British Columbia in general, it's actually rated in the top in the world. Part of the reason that we have so much life here is the colder water with lots of nutrients in the water. One of our very popular activities we do is snorkeling with seals, and certain times of year when we get the sea lions coming by us, 2,000-pound sea lion coming right up to you a few inches away from you, just amazing. You think you're swimming along great in the water and this thing comes and does a somersault in front of you and just takes off. And you realize how small in the ocean you actually are.
The best part about owning a tour company is getting to show everyone the reasons why we live here in Nanaimo. I love the culture and natural wonders here in Nanaimo, and I love being able to see it for the first time every day through the eyes of our guests. Yeah, Nanaimo really is in the center of everything.
I'm really passionate about regenerative agriculture because that's what farming is all about. Some of the most exciting things for me in Nanaimo are the harvest, when there's all this abundance and we're able to take our food and set it out into the community. And when we go out for dinner sometimes, we get to see our food being served to us and served to our community, and there's a lot of excitement around that. At the markets we sell at in Nanaimo, there are over 200 vendors who participate, and you can do your full spectrum of shopping at these markets. So you're invited to come to the market.
Currently, right now, we're concentrated on sourcing all our ingredients from mid-Vancouver Island. We like to utilize what we can get from local farmers. Breweries, wineries, and distilleries in Nanaimo have really exploded in the last few years. We've got a couple great wineries. Just down the road from us at the Longwood, we've got a distillery that makes some world-class gin, vodka, and even absinthe, which is pretty rare these days. We've got 3 breweries in town, 1 brew pub. You can really occupy a lot of your time traveling from one drink establishment to another. We've got pretty much everything here.
Well, we're sitting here at Piper's Lagoon, which is one of these little hidden gems that a lot of people don't know about, but I'm commonly often known as the Big Cheese, and I coined the name the Big Cheese not long after I started the store. There's a pretty good variety of establishments in Nanaimo now. There's some really excellent places to eat now in Nanaimo which are doing quite nicely. We have shopping, We have all the well-known brands, but we also have a cute little downtown area with lots of independent businesses. Well, I think the location makes it very special. The abundance of parks and activities and outdoor fresh air things, and everyone who moves here from somewhere else comments on how welcoming the people are. And I think that's one thing that makes Nanaimo very special, is the welcoming and the amount of stuff there is to do.
With its dramatic and diverse landscapes, including forests like this, Nanaimo offers so much. Impressive coastlines? Yeah, we got that. Rolling hills? Rugged mountains? Yeah, we got that too.
I'm more of a country mouse than a city mouse, and Nanaimo, the city, has enough of what I need, but just the natural beauty of it. I can feel it in the pores of my skin, I can feel it in my lungs when I breathe the air. It's just something, when I get out here and I just see trees and blue sky, it makes me happy. Yeah, my big thing every year is to go down to Nanaimo River and jump in, because the river feels like it's a healer. That beautiful fresh water and the trees around it, it cures whatever ails you, and there's nothing like it to me in the world. I've really been encouraged, especially in the last 10 years or so, that Nanaimo's recognizing the art scene a lot more and celebrating that, and there's some fantastic festivals that happen every year, and I've been lucky to be involved in a lot of those because I do live here.
Some of my passions are getting out to nature, so going for hikes to places like Ammonite Falls or Neck Point. We have one of the first wineries on Vancouver Island. We have one of the oldest brew pubs. We have a bunch of craft distilleries. I like to use Nanaimo as a base for my expeditions because it has a little something for everyone. If people want to stay in a hostel, they can. If they want to stay in a nice 4-star hotel, they can. And most people love the different variety of accommodations we have.
What surprises visitors in Nanaimo is the abundance of wildlife and the immense natural beauty. I like to go explore all the different islands because they have trails and glorious forests to see, but they all have these little bays and secret little gems. And so if you're into exploring, you get a lot out of it. My absolute favorite place in Nanaimo is Newcastle Island, or as the Nanaimo First Nations call it, Sesuchin.
Nature is a big part of it, because when you're going to carve something for the longhouse, which is in our traditional dances and things, my dad will bring me up the mountain, talk to the trees, talk to the water, thank them, and just stay up there. Sometimes it's 4 days, you stay there and bath, cleanse yourself, get your mind straight so there's no doubt or meanness in your mind. So just pure things go into the thing that you're carving for the longhouse.
In Nanaimo, culture is alive and well with rich history, strong arts community, great food, craft beer, renowned wine and spirits, as well as exciting and unique festivals and events. All of this comes hand in hand with breathtaking backdrop that is Nanaimo's outdoors. From lakes and rivers to ocean and mountain vistas, all of this providing you with ample opportunity to craft your own adventure. There's so much more I'd love to share, but why don't you come experience this for yourself? Whether by car, boat, or plane, come visit Nanaimo, and you'll discover why it's the gateway to your Vancouver Island experience.
Live at Nanaimo's Frank Crane Arena. Game 1 of the President's Cup 2018, and a very strong period for the Ladner Pioneers. They lead the Capital Region Axemen 5-2 after the opening 20 minutes. Kirkby, Lacrosse, then goals by Keith, Haner, Pinder. 4 of those goals in a run in a span of about 6 minutes. Bradenburg and Wasson, the goal scorers in the first period for Capital Region. Corkery and Zabo on the second period, opening face-off to get us underway once more. 16-12 the shots for Ladner, but it was 11-3 Ladner at one point when they had built up that lead. So the Axemen coming back and finding their bearings. Traveling a long way to get here. That first game, especially in the morning, can be a bit of a crunch. From the angle, Kirkby lane to the net, faking Paris, a good save. Ball to Barikoff, reset for Ladner. That's one that Paris had to make there as Kirkby found open space. Nass to the middle. Nathan Clare being checked. Ball bounds back towards center. Flipped into Brian Poole. Bounce pass halfway through the possession. Kirkby again looking, tried to fire over the top. Ball off the goaltender's stick. He swatted at it. Home run, feet just out of the reach of two on rushing Axemen. Here's an opportunity at the front. No clean shot, and Brody McDonald just able to scoop the ball away as Baddour had a chance at it. Fournier and Baddour would have been in alone, two men, but couldn't quite connect with the pass, and then Brody McDonald had the scoop up. Ball bounding back to center for Keith now. Keith looking to his right. That's where the ball goes. He's got Tom Johnson. Lacroix runs a pick. Johnson, Lacroix moving in. Low shot. Paris down. Made the stop when he's got the loose ball. Looks for the outlet. High ball down the floor. That pass is on the money. Burgin controls. Yonkis. Vredenberg. Vredenberg will look. Fire. That one might have gone up Brody McDonald and the post. Very close on that far side from Vredenberg's shooting angle. He's got the ball again. Tries to spin just outside the paint. Now Yonkis in close. Brody McDonald down. Huge save. He was moving the wrong way, but he just was able to keep his body in the middle of the net enough to come up with that ball. Taken now out of his knee pad, but that was an eyeball-to-eyeball save for number 50 for Ladner. Pinder. Still 5-2 Pioneers. Nass. Other way. Kirkby's on his wrong side. Forced back. Kirkby continues to control. Lobs it across. There's Clare off the pipe. Ball goes all the way back down. Brody McDonald's going to come out and he's going to be able to play this one. That's a reset chance here. Kirkby again on the ball. Moving slowly down the flank. Fires it to the middle. Clare puts the ball across. Moving from the angle, Barikoff. Barikoff, Brian Poole, launches to the front, just outside the crease, Nass, and that ball gets a reset. Not sure if it was off the goalie or the frame of the net. Brian Poole hanging on to the ball, lobs it across the floor, Nathan Clare. Ball free. Clare's trying to recover, so is Barikoff. Barikoff will take it. On his way to the net, getting in tight. Paris goes down, the ball into his equipment, and it's going to be Axemen possession. Ball cut up in the goaltender's leg pad. Scoops it out. Just about 3 minutes in, second period. No offense in this period yet. 21-14 the shots favoring Ladner. Forster has the ball against the wall now. McNeil is with him. Forster loads, fires. McDonald kicked it aside. Reset chance. Ball down to the corner. Collected and Corkery gets to the front. Brody McDonald, another piece of it as he went down to his knees. Ball loose. Ladner's trying to win possession, but Big Corkery will take it instead. Passing in for Kenny. Kenny's trying to recover that ball against Carey. They continue their battle, and it's won by the Pioneers. Both teams changing. And they're on a run to the net, and his shot too high. Tom Johnson takes it down. Kirkby to the front. Brian Poole missed it. Lacroix is trying to find it. He's all spun around. The ball's in his feet. Brian Poole, taken down heavily, and he's shaken up. Felt that check, and he got landed on. He is going to get back up into the play here, but it's a run to the net now for Sullivan. Plays the ball across. Brian Poole, under his own steam, goes over to the Ladner bench, but that was an awkward collision he was involved in. Yonkis from the outside, 10 on the 30. Yonkis continues to look, now passes. Burgin shoots one. Brody McDonald made the save. Made sure he whipped that ball forward instead of having it spin off of him and backwards. Pinder tried to get by the check of Yonkis. Pinder from the angle, 18 on the 30. Kirkby Plays across. Tom Johnson in behind the goal with a pass. Nass to the front. Kirkby loading. Paris a good save as he dragged the leg. Nass tried to scoop the ball to the front, but it's taken away instead by Capital Region. Axemen on the ball. Coming forward is Yonkis. Wants to change. He's been out there for a while. Both ends of the floor. Outside opportunity as the ball goes to the middle now. Trying to knife through and getting a shot there was Burgin. And they're going to call, I think, Ian Poole for running back through the crease. Axemen ball, looking for a quick stick at the front, and the ball will be fed ahead. Opportunity for Davison. Can he find the ball? It was bouncing strangely away from him. Now Beatty on the run. Beatty throws it across. Forster. Burgin. Vredenberg. Plays it back across. Burgin trying to get that ball. He will. Burgin. Passes it down low. Fed to the front. Just out of the reach of Vredenberg. Ball goes to the glass and now taken ahead by Carey. Sam Clare running with him. Nathan Clare off the bench. Pass for Nathan Clare just off the top of his stick. Fournier a chance for transition. Sullivan. Ball out of his stick at center. Sullivan feeds his man Logan to the crease with a pass, and an opportunity there for Sullivan cutting through. Nifty pass, but it didn't quite connect. Wyatt Pinder takes the ball down. Gets a push to the paint with a shot. Paris the save as he got down very quickly to keep the ball free. Logan running back the other way. Logan pass to the front, a chance in tight off the post. Burgin made the run. Ian Poole settles things down for Ladner. Still no scoring in the period, not for lack of chances, both sides. 5-2 Pioneers in front. Shots evening up 23-20 in Ladner's favor. Brian Poole to the middle. Poole looks at Nass off his stick. Ball stolen away. Fed to center. Taylor on the move. Coming towards the net with Beatty. Taylor knocked down to his knees. Trying to get that ball away is Gobrecht. There's going to be a penalty call against him. Cross-checking call. And Capital Region can go to the power play. For the first time in this lacrosse game, good pace, cleanly played. 2 minutes on the cross-check to Gobrecht. And we will get a chance to see now this Capital Region power play. Burgin will quarterback it. Pass to his left. Forster, Wasson, Forster again. Burgin. Pass off Kenny. Loads. Down low. Vredenberg. Pass blocked in traffic. Taken away by Ladner McDermott. Gets away from a check. McDermott. Breakaway feed. Opportunity, but Lacrosse going to rag the ball instead. Could have maybe gone to the net. But the prudent play is to get the ball rag going. Kirkby will take it up high. Kirkby looks across. Here's Lacroix. Cody Nass. Other side to Barikoff. Barikoff looking down low. No double team, so he's still got time. Directing traffic. Throws the ball down. Kirkby shoots. He scores! A shorthanded goal from Kirkby, second of the game. Wonderful pass from Barikoff from distance. And he had Kirkby cutting, and he was able to improve his angle because he was in flight. 6-2 Ladner. First goal of this period comes at 7:48. And that was two guys that know each other so very well. Kirkby taking the ball from Barikoff. And you could just see Barikoff with that little shoulder and head bob just inside the restraining line. Kirkby read it. The pass was perfect. The run was great. 6-2. Ladner Pioneers. They've had a 4-goal lead before in the game at 5-1. They have their second 4-goal lead now. Still, lots of power play time left here for the Axemen. Vredenberg will start it up now. Burgin. Forster. Wasson. Forster again. Burgin. Vredenberg to the crease for Kenny. Vredenberg to the crease again. Vredenberg looks. Burgin flips. There's a shot from the outside and a good save by McDonald made. Ball free, and Carey's going to have some room and time to come out. Breakaway pass. Tom Johnson in alone, faking. Good save with the stick. Paris put his stick behind his foot. I think that fooled Tom Johnson. Unorthodox save, but a huge one. Opportunity here for the Axemen to pass off, and a great save made off Vredenberg by a sprawling Brody McDonald outlet for Sam Clare. Both goalies with big stops in the last few seconds. Gobrecht is back on the floor, so no power play goal for Capital Region, but a shorty, and a wonderful one at that by Kirkby, and he's got the ball again. Sitting on 2 goals, one in the first, one here in the second, the only here in the second. Kirkby wins the ball back in the corner. Escapes in behind the net. Pass to the front, quick stick from Nass, and Paris read that well, good save. Looks for the outlet, puts it down the floor. Ball fed back towards Logan, but broken up. Cox coming towards the net. To the middle, Cox shoots. Lots on the shot, but high and wide. And the ball will go out of play, and this should be Capital Region possession. They will take it almost halfway through period number 2, 6-2 Ladner. Logan moves the ball ahead. Kenny coming towards the front, 20 seconds. Kenny looks, tried to barge through. Ball knocked away, but Kenny gets it back. Still half a possession. Pass to the front, nice read. Ian Poole picked that off, and he's running the floor now. Poole. Wyatt Pinder. Pinder behind the net. His pass deflected away. Lacroix will take it back. Lacroix to Brian Poole. Brian Poole to Barikoff. Barikoff to the middle. Fires one. Missed the goal with that. Taken away by Capital Region. Opportunity for Taylor. Breakaway chance to the crease. And he was just impeded as McDermott was speeding ahead to try and catch him. Taylor didn't get the shot he wanted, but he recovers the ball. Still Taylor. Dumps it to the corner. Forster has it from there. Forster to Burgin. Vredenberg. Left-hander moving up. Plays it across the floor. Burgin looks. Hard pass. Vredenberg fired, and that one hit, I think, one of the helmets on the Ladner side. Capital Region ball. Vredenberg will take it back. Well, the officials are going to make a change and say that's off an Axemen helmet, so it's a Ladner ball. Good to see the officials in conference there, making sure. That ball deflected widely out of play. Tom Johnson for the Pioneers from the outside. Put it across to Kirkby. Kirkby for Keithan Titan. His shot was kept at bay by Paris. Back up the floor now. Opportunity here for Capital Region. Lane to the net, but no clean shot. Logan wants the ball. Able to get it. Blake Kenny now. McNeil running through to join him. Kenny, 10 on the 30. Vredenberg to the net, to the crease, faking with a shot, and Brody McDonald trying to stand his ground by the post, and the ball got caught up in the back netting. Pinder's on the ball now. Pinder, pass to the middle. Lacroix's on to it. Lacroix, pass to the corner. Now a feed from a stiff angle. Nass wanted a quick stick from Johnson. He got it, but didn't quite connect. Ball gets caught in the end zone netting. No problem. The official plays in. Capital Region up the floor. Yonkis has it. Corkery's out there with him running picks. Yonkis, Vredenberg. Wasson trying to run to the middle. Ditches his check. Wasson to the crease. Ball bounced away from Burgin. Still loose. McDermott, nice spin move to recover. Throws the ball down the floor. Now a pass for Szabo. He's open. He's alone. Paris, a great save. Goes down to the floor, and the ball rolled off him and in. Frustration for Brett Paris because he knew he made that stop, but the English on that ball, as he was trying to lie on top of it, carried it in. Szabo transition goal. And the lead, the biggest it's been for Ladner in the game, it's 7-2. 12-17 the time of the tally. And you've got the size and strength of Capital Region against the speed and skill of Ladner here. And right now it's the quicker team and not the bigger team that's finding a way. Ladner's able to play the game at a very high pace, and that's been to their credit this morning. Brian Poole takes a push from Logan. Puts it back to Keith. Ryan Keith scores! 8-2, 6-goal lead. Keith with his second of the game. And back-to-back tallies in rapid succession. 20 seconds apart. 12:17 Sabo, and then 12:37 for Keith. And Ladner, if they didn't have control after a 5-2 first period, they clearly have it now. 6-goal spread, and the Pioneers are coming again. Pinder throws it across the floor. Johnson to the front. There's an opportunity, open opportunity. Gobrecht just outside the crease. Fournier trying to win the ball. Getting some help. There's a knockdown by Fournier. Ball taken back by Gobrecht. Knocked away by Taylor. Taylor running inside the Ladner zone. Looks back towards the bench. Has his man, it's Kenny. Kenny fires it to the middle. Wasson moves the ball down low. Kenny again. 12 on the 30. Kenny spin move to the crease. He's in tight on McDonald, who stood his ground. Sam Clare is going to bring Ladner forward. Ducks under a check. Knocked to the floor. He slid about 5 or 6 feet. Ball free for Tom Johnson. He can't take it. Still free. Now finally it's brought ahead. Johnston for the Axemen. Plays the ball off. Logan looks. Plays the ball across. Forster has it. Forster looks. Fires off McDonald. Made the stop. Ball loose to the front. Bouncing to the side. Cox tried to take possession. Couldn't. Johnston in behind the Nanaimo net. Can't control, but Ladner will. Outlet pass for Clare, or rather for Szabo. Has a man coming off the bench. Tom Johnson for Szabo. He shoots one into traffic. And a nice scoop. Axemen come ahead. Crook on the ball. Into Ladner territory. 5:34 to go. Second period. 8-2. Ladner in front. They have the only 3 goals of this period. 2 of them in a 20-second span just moments ago. Corkery to the middle. Blake Kenny. Kenny wires. McDonald the save down low. Rebound chance. A shot and a goal from the side. Burgin. McDonald made one move, hoping he guessed right, but Burgin held onto the ball and then snapped it in. 8-3. Capital Region on the board in this second period. Rody McDonald's been pretty stingy in the net. But Burgin finally found a way, and the alternate captain gets his team on the board in this period, breaking a 3-goal Ladner run. They've had runs of 4 and 3. And quite simply, no runs on the Capital Region side in this game yet. Would that be a spark? The goal by Burgin. Sullivan tracking down a loose ball in Ladner territory. Big collision in the corner. Sullivan gets into it. Pushing and shoving right now with Pinder. And is there going to be a possession call here or a penalty call? Official still with a hand up in the air. It's definitely going to be possession going the way of Capital Region. That's all it is, just a possession call and some tempers flaring. Bradenburg, Forster. McDonald standing ready. Forster looks across. Nice pass in the middle. Burgin over the shoulder, and he just missed with that shot. Would have been pretty. Szabo tripped and fell, and there's going to be, I think, coincidental penalties right now. And tempers have definitely heated up here in this period. Still a pretty cleanly played game all in all. High sticking both ways. Davidson and Kenny. And so we'll see our first taste of 4-on-4 lacrosse in the game. Both goalies coming to their respective benches. Just take a bit of a break with 4:48 left in the second period. And you don't have the August heat that we've had for so much of this month in Nanaimo. Actually, the setting is quite nice. Well, it's morning lacrosse, which always helps. The heat of the day hasn't arrived yet, but this is the first weekend in a while where we've seen some rain in Nanaimo. Cloud cover today. Pretty pleasant morning coming to the arena. And a full day of lacrosse here, including the opening ceremonies right in the middle of the day. And what a tournament this is going to be. Just getting going today. It'll go through next Sunday. President's Cup 2018. Bador has the ball. Vredenberg. Capital Region setting up. Vredenberg puts it back. Bador looking. Throws it across. Forster trying to make a move on the defender, but good job by Cox to stay with him. Vredenberg to the middle. Tried to get by the check of McDermott. Ball into the corner. Yonkis being pushed there. And a good 30-second shot clock violation forced by Ladner. But now, a call coming just after the Pioneers had gotten the ball back. Sam Clare won't like that, but off the floor he will go. Interference call here. So a 4-on-3 power play. Oceans of room. Burgin, Corkery. Looks like Forster down low at the crease. Vredenberg will move up top as well. Forster. Forced off. Burgin. Vredenberg. Corkery. Vredenberg again. Burgin. Vredenberg. Forster to the crease. Hoping for Corkery. Ball high. Corkery. 10 on the 30. Corkery. Burgin settles it. Flips it off. Forster to the crease. Quick stick and a good save. McDonald on Corkery. Recovery, and Vredenberg's going to slow it down. He moves down to the crease. Faking, passing to Forster. He fakes. Burgin loads. Forster to the front. Quick stick. McDonald comes across, but can't make the save. Thought maybe he could get there, but a nice quick stick at the crease. 8-4. So the lead, which was as big as 6 on that 4-on-3 power play, now gets cut down. And Vredenberg with a nice quick stick on the edge of the crease. 16:38, the time of the tally. And pretty tough once you get that ball whipping around in 4-on-3 for the defensive side. Well executed by the Axemen. They keep inching their way closer only to give up a run. That's their first 2-goal run of this lacrosse game. And they'll look to take down the clear penalty time. And the game will continue at 4-on-4. A heavy dose of new volunteers for an event like this. Normally in the Senior B season, you've got one game at home in a week, sometimes two in an extremely busy week. But the volunteer base is substantial and needs to be when you're looking at 4 or 5 games a day. During the week, it'll start up at 8 in the morning, and the last game will be at 8 o'clock at night. A lacrosse fan's dream for sure. And the national stage. Last night, speaking of the national stage, Maple Ridge Burrards here in BC earning their way to the Mann Cup, beating the Victoria Shamrocks in a 5th game. 10 on the 30. McNeil put it across. Yonkis, 7 seconds. A bouncer into McDonald, made the save, looks for the outlet. And it's fired ahead. Both teams changing. A feed made to Nass. Nass has a trailer in Davidson. Tried to settle the ball. It bounces into Paris, and he's going to look to outlet. Axemen looking for a 3-goal run, but the ball off the top of Taylor's stick. That would have been a good opportunity. But now Ladner's going to settle the pace down. Johnson calling for it, or rather Nathan Clare, excuse me. Nathan Clare has it. 2:20 to go, second period. Pass across. Poole shoots one, deflecting on the way. Tom Johnson batted the ball. It comes back to Clare. Nathan Clare looks. Pass off the top of Poole's stick. Late in the possession, Poole didn't realize it, and the shot clock's going to wind down on him. So good defensive stop there for the Axemen, and lots of pushing and shoving here. Ryan Keith into it along with Alec Johnston. They both might get penalties here. We might see some more 4-on-4. Not surprisingly, the first period was just all about pace. It was back and forth and a feeling out process, and Ladner had that nice 4-goal run. But we're seeing some emotion built up here in the second period. So a couple of roughing calls either way. Corkery's going to take the ball at center and start up the first foray of 4-on-4 lacrosse. The lead was 6. It's now 4 for Ladner. Wasson. Kenny. To the middle. Pass to the front. Corkery can't get a shot. Tries to recover the ball. Just bats it to Forster. Forster will move up. Forster from the angle. Winds. Shoots one. Missed the goal. Rebound. Corkery shoots, and that one's deflected to the side. Still loose in this 4-on-4. Collision at center court. And the shot clock's going to wind down. Ladner ball, Sam Clare. And what will their offense do in the 4-on-4? Clare put it across. Lacroix couldn't take the ball down. And a steal and a run to the floor here for the Axemen. Here's a penetration opportunity, but no clean shot there for Crook. Ball thrown back now for Kenny, or rather Vredenberg. Vredenberg. Burgin. Flip pass. McNeil won't be able to grab it. Ball goes through the paint, and it's going to be Pioneer possession. Cox will take it in behind his own net. 1:04 remaining in the second period. 8-4 the scoreline for Ladner. Kirkby's on the ball. Kirkby throws it across. Tom Johnson. Mike Barikoff. Barikoff. Kirkby. Flip pass. Brian Poole to the front. Quick stick and sprawling across. Good save was made by Paris. 2-on-1 opportunity. Fournier running the floor. He's got Logan with him. Fournier shot. McDonald to save. Kirkby brings it ahead quickly. Brian Poole's wide open. Breakaway pass. Brian Poole faking. Paris the save. Ball inside the paint. Now another opportunity as the ball just came outside for Pinder. Almost won that with the goaltender not able to find the ball, but not quite. And is there going to be a penalty call here? Or a timeout call? Looks like a timeout call as the officials head over towards the penalty box area. 16 seconds. Very close chance just before the timeout was called. Shots are 31-30 in Ladner's favor, but they have the extra 4 goals. And again, you see kind of a contrast in styles here. The size and strength on the Capital Region side, and more of a speed skill game on the Ladner side. And they've created those extra chances with their foot speed. .16 seconds. Tom Johnston brings the ball up. Who's going to take the final shot here for the Pioneers? Johnson from the middle. Feeds off Kirkby. Johnson. Pass to the crease. Poole. Ball will roll back down the floor. There's 2 seconds, and there's not going to be time for a shot. Goalie was out there, but no shot opportunity either way, as neither team could get what they wanted out of those last 16 seconds. 8-4 the scoreline after 40 minutes. Game 1 of the President's Cup. The Ladner Pioneers lead the Capital Region Axemen. the teams coming back onto the floor for period 3 action. Game 1 of the President's Cup 2018. 8-4 for the Ladner Pioneers. The BC representatives coming out well with a 4-goal run. That back in the first period to take control of the game. It was 5-1 after that run, 5-2 at the end of 20. Another 3-goal run to open up a big lead of 8-2. And the first run of any kind for Capital Region to bring this game to 8-4. And you'd say, well, Ladner's in pretty good control of this game through 40 minutes, but if the Axemen can go on any kind of a run here in the third period, and certainly looks like a team that's getting better by period. Evidence of that, the shots on goal. It was 16-12 for Ladner in the first, but 18-15 for the Axemen in period number 2. So a team certainly rising and raising their standard as the game goes along. That's no surprise. Trying to get all the way here from across the country and then trying to find your bearings. Ladner knows this building as a visiting team, and they are listed as the home team here for this one right now. So not surprising they'd be the team to jump out early, and we'll see if things do even up in the third period or if that 4-goal lead is just going to be a little bit too much. Forster on his way to the net. Put one into McDonald over the shoulder effort. McDonald made a good save. Outlet feed, and up comes Szabo. Here's an opportunity for Clare. Nathan Clare. Feeds it across. Lane to the net for Pinder, and he dove and got that shot away, but Paris had to keep both Pinder and the ball out of the net. Opportunity from the outside for Wasson. Wasson. Burgin. Corkery on the other side. Spin move here. Corkery moving to the front, and a bouncer. That one didn't get through. And this is going to be a Ladner Pioneer ball. Pioneers coming forward now. Nathan Clare on the run. Looking back to the middle. He's got Tom Johnson, a bouncer, and not much on it, but it was placed to the top corner, and Paris had to make a good reaction save. Here's a Pioneer chance again, but Clare lost the ball. Still 8-4. Outlet feed, Baddour on a run to the net. Coming to the front, getting to the paint with a shot. Brody McDonald sprawling down, and he was able to keep that out. Pad stack style save. Carey. Lacrosse. Lacrosse coming down towards the front of the net with a low shot. He scores! Had the stick position down low, and that made it hard for Paris to pick it up. 9-4, the Ladner lead is back up to 5, second of the game for Lacrosse. And that's certainly the start you want to a period. 3 straight periods, Ladner has scored the opening goal of the period. And when you're trying to find your bearings in a week-long tournament, you'd like to get that fast start. And again, just a low stick position. Maybe a bit of a screen from the defender as well on that shot by Lacrosse. Ladner continues to up the ante in game 1 of the President's Cup. Every team will be in action today. Opening ceremonies at 3:30 local time in Nanaimo. The next game at 1 o'clock. St. Albert, Saskatoon, so Prairie matchup. Opportunity for Burgin, throws it across. Vredenberg trying to dance through. Yonkers couldn't take his pass. He's down on the floor. The ball Pops right to Brody McDonald. Looks for the outlet man, and he's got Sam Clare. That was a good pass from the goalie to Clare. Clare has Pinder in tow. Pinder tried to drive through, shovels it across. An opportunity, and Paris made the save. Down on his one knee, but Brian Poole couldn't beat him. Vredenberg, stiff angle. Tried to swim away from Cox. He dives and scores. Vredenberg gets his second of the game. That was a beauty as he spun away from Cox and dove through the paint. 9-5. Capital Region back within 4. 3:08 into this third period. And that is one of the prettier goals of this game. No doubt Vredenberg's got a pair now. Did well to beat Cox and then increased his angle by that dive through the paint. 4-goal spread again. That's the way we started this period. Still early, and both teams have hit the sheet. That's the way the first period started. Forster. Burgin picks for him. Forster throws it across. Kenny looking. Tried to spin off a check. Nice ball control by Kenny. Looks to the front. Put it back to McNeil now. Late in the possession. There's a shot. McDonald makes the save. He had to scoop the rebound, but he did. Looks for the outlet. And Ladner can now come ahead. Ball fed Zabo. Across the floor. Pass to the front for Tom Johnson. Couldn't take it. Barikoff does. Halfway through the possession. Ladner 9. Capital Region 5. Barikoff looks. Dumps down low. Keith tiptoeing behind the net. Ball shoveled by Tom Johnson, but wide. Now up ahead comes Capital Region. Logan's on the ball. Yonkis joins him. Logan has Wasson to join. Logan has a man off the bench. That's Kenny. Kenny on the move to the net. Gets in tight. He tried to dunk it over the top. That's not easy to do on McDonald, and he stood up tall to make the save. Running the floor here, Pinder with Sam Clare. Pinder, pass to the crease. Kirkby, and he was looking for his third. Almost had it. Ball recovery for Ladner. Nathan Clare throws it down low. Nice move by Sam Clare. Try to throw it to the middle. That's deflected away, and that will just about do it for the possession. McDonald comes out of his net, and he's just going to launch this down the floor. Makes the long outlet. Picked off. Sullivan leads back the Axemen. Can they get within 3 here in the third period? Forster feeds Corkery down low. Burgin. Pass to the middle. That one goes off for Vredenberg. Corkery from the corner. Double team. Can't come up with the ball. Nice work behind his own net to win it by McDermott. Both teams changing as Ladner moves in. A pass to the cutter. Nass tried to feed the crease, but pass didn't quite connect, but that was looking dangerous on a speedy transition for Ladner, and they've had some very good transition opportunities in this lacrosse game. A scoop up by Logan. Logan stands at the ready with the ball. Banks it across. The captain Wasson onto it. Wasson. Burgin. Ball against the wall. Fed to the front towards Kenny. He couldn't take it. Burgin, 10 on the 30. Takes a push from Carey. Gets away. Burgin to the middle. Wants a lane. Looks at Wasson. Pass to him. Wasson hanging on. Got a shot through McDonald. Wasn't quite sure, but he got a piece of it. Ball goes for Pinder now. Pinder with Ryan Keith. Pass for Ryan Keith to the crease. Paris made the stop. Outlet opportunity. Works out of his crease. And he puts it across. Sullivan. Up ahead, Badur coming towards center. Forster. Corkery's on the other side. Forster being watched by Zabo here. Forster looks, loads, lob pass, but right to the goalie. Right idea, just not quite the pass that he wanted. Ladner's up towards center with Cox. 13:05 remaining in the third. Still a 4-goal Ladner lead. Managing this game very well. Of course, another goal wouldn't hurt. Axemen thinking they need to get a run, and probably a couple quick. to get it to 9-7. Starts to put some pressure on. Burgin from the outside. Wasson comes to join him, throws a pick. Burgin to the middle, pass to the crease. It deflects off the stick of Badur. Trying to recover. Couldn't get the ball as he's knocked down heavily. But on the knockdown, it's going to be Ladner giving up the ball, and Corkery will take it. Forster towards Brody McDonald. Forster plays it across on the other side. Yonkis trying to knife through. Put it up for Corkery. And on the other side, Forster. 12 on the 30. Took a shot, kick save, McDonald. Ball corralled by Ian Poole. Fires a long, hard pass. Breakaway chance. Kirkby for the hat trick. Fakes, scores! Shoveled it underneath. Beautiful goal by Kirkby. Double figures for Ladner. Ian Poole spotted him in flight, and they come together all smiles after a wonderful connection. Kirkby a goal in every period today. Shots are 37-37. But certainly Ladner's had the better looks in there. Great stick work shown there by Kirkby. And then just able to shovel it right underneath. So the lead is back to 5 again. Forster trying to run towards the Ladner net. Feeds the middleman. Burgin in. Burgin scores his second of the game. Got McDonald to lean and was just able to finesse it through. So the lead is back to 4 again. That's not the trade-off that Capital Region is looking for and needs right now. But you like the fight. Going down 10-5, that's frustrating in the third period. But then to come right back and put the lead at 10-6, cut it to 4 again. And I think what you'll look at on that Capital Region side is what you might expect. A first period that they weren't quite at their peak. And that 4-goal run in the first period, it's the difference in the game right now. It's been a much more back and forth game since that 4-goal run. It's the largest run of any kind in this lacrosse game. And it happened early in the first period. Since then, pretty even, but there's a wonderful goal by Brian Poole. 11-6. And right now, they're just going toe-to-toe, goal for goal. 38-38 shots. 8:39 the time of it. Oceans of time left, and it's been a fun third period. The team's just trading goal for goal. Lacrosse, then Bradenburg, Kirkby, then Burgin, and now Poole. So a good back and forth game right now, but as I referenced, it's that 4-goal run back in the first period that's the difference. Both teams changing. Pass towards the middle. Lacroix moves it to Tom Johnson. Johnson has his man Kirkby. Does he have a 4th goal in that stick? Ryan Keith. Keith to the front, hoping to hit the cutter towards the front, but couldn't make that work. 30-second clock winds down on Ladner. Fournier's on to it. Urgency now for sure for the Axemen, needing to get a run going here as they're down by 5 again. Kenny towards the middle. Kenny looks, passes off. Burgin getting through, a bouncer. Goes back towards center court. Wasson put it across Kenny to the front of the net. Burgin couldn't get the shot away initially. He was just impeded enough. Now Ladner ball. Gobrecht gets up and over center, but looked like an illegal change there, so it's Taylor on the ball. Gets it ahead for Forster. Almost halfway through the third period. Ladner by 5, 11-6. Forster, outside opportunity. Put it across. Swim move made by Vredenberg, and he whipped that one. Lots on it, but couldn't hit the target. Still time on this possession. Paris Hard pass down the floor. Off the top of Corkery's stick. Vredenberg from a stiff angle tried to take it, but he couldn't, and now Ladner will. They've got some room and time here. Nathan Clare has the ball. Nathan Clare. Bounce pass. On the move was Nass. Barikoff trying to knife his way through, puts it down to the corner. Ball in behind the nets and scooped up by Paris. Badur wants it. Hard pass over center. As Badur is waiting, behind the play, an injured Ladner player, Nathan Clare. Down and shaken up on his stomach, and he's going to be attended to by the training staff. Nathan Clare's had a great 2018 season. And Brett Paris picks up the stick. And that is a player you never like to see any teammate down, but a dynamic offensive weapon that's such a key part of Ladner's offense. He's up onto his knees, which is obviously a good sign, but he was just sprawled out on his stomach. And you hope that's one just where the wind is knocked out of you and you can come back and play. 9-12 still remaining in this game. And he gets up under his own power. Looked like stretching out his back a little bit. Stretching out the lower back. But now he breaks into a run, so that's an excellent sign. And does he go back towards the dressing room, or does he go to the bench? Well, at this point, it's back towards the dressing room. But he's going to sit at the end of the tunnel there and try and work it out. And you get the sense, just the way that he came off the floor with some pace, that he is going to be back. Wasson. Kenny. Vredenberg looks across the floor. Has Forster. Forster, 10 on the 30. Gets by one, couldn't get by his second, and off ball there was a knockdown on McDermott. Ladner possession. They control now at center, Tom Johnson. Ball moved in, Keith. Kirkby from the corner. Brian Boole. He had a spectacular goal earlier as the teams have just gone goal for goal in this period. Kirkby looking for 4 with a shot. Missed the mark with it. And that'll do it for the possession. Ladner brings up their defensive set. 8:26 on the clock. And Capital Region has now taken over the lead in shots. And remember I said that 4-goal run from Ladner in the first period. The shots were also 11-3 at one point in the Pioneers' favor. But the run that you get in the first period is as important as the run you get in the third. And Ladner's used that run and have really done well to control the game as a diving effort was kept at bay by Brody McDonald. McNeil from the outside. There's a man lying in the crease. That's Vredenberg. He's being pushed around by Brody McDonald. Vredenberg gets his stick back. Opportunity for Burgin looking for the hat trick. Made a pass down low. Ball goes back on the other side. Kenny. McNeil shoots. McDonald the save on him. McNeil gets the ball back. Knocked to the floor. Put it to the middle. Corkery to the net. Put it into McDonald. Made the save. Stood his ground. And now he looks for the outlet. High ball up to Pinder. Cody Nass cutting through for him. Pass to the middle. Barikoff puts it back again for Poole. Tried to dunk it over the top, but he just about did. Nifty play by Poole there. Reset opportunity here for Ladner. They're going to hang on to the ball. Nathan Clare right back out there as you thought he might be, the way he sprinted off after being shaken up. Barikoff, Nass, Clare. Put it across on the other side. Poole, shot deflecting. 10 seconds on the 30. Pass to the front. Nass couldn't take the ball down. Corralled by Sullivan. Sullivan coming forward now. 7 minutes even to go here in the third. Forster trotting up towards the Pioneer defense. Forster looks, closes in, faking, and McDonald stopped his shot. Cox wants the outlet. Ball deflected away. Wasson on the steal. Wasson, there's Kenny to the front. Forster takes the ball. Forster winds up, makes one move, gets by McDermott, pass to the front. Ian Poole got his stick in the way, looks for the outlet, high ball. Sabo's onto it. Runs up and over center. Pioneers setting up. Tom Johnson. Bounce pass through. Keith takes a stiff check. Beatty's all over him. Couple of big guys together here. Keith hangs on. Launches the ball right to the crease, and he hit Johnson. Nice pass, but Johnson couldn't really take it the way he wanted. Fournier comes up. Corkery coming through with him. Burgin on the play as well. McNeil has Forster. Feeds Burgin. Tim Burgin halfway through the possession. Plays across. Kenny fires. McDonald kicked it away. Loose ball. Davidson able to take it. Both teams will change as Davidson runs the floor. Cody Nass running through. Pass for Nass. In tight faking, and he just missed. He tried to go short side and put it around a falling Brett Paris. Baddour has the ball. The Axemen come forward. 5.5 to play in the third. 11-6. Ladner by 5. Forster making moves. Forster looks, flip pass. Brought in, there's a shot from Yonkis from the outside, and McDonald able to make that save. Puts the ball to Cox. Cox coming up slowly. Managing possession now, a key for Ladner. 5-goal lead. Use all of the possession every time you can. Brian Poole to Barikoff into Nathan Clare. 10 seconds on the 30. They'll likely use most of it. Poole to the front. Barikoff scores! Mike Barikoff from the middle. Low shot just inside the post. And it's a 12-6 scoreline. Ladner just continues to find a way to pump up the offense. So they sit now at 12-6. Barikoff, the latest tally, at 15-14. That's the first time that one team has scored back-to-back in this period. Opportunity for Ladner again with Davidson. He's hanging on to that ball. McDonald coming out. Delayed call. Empty net. Nass had to hurry back. Nass takes the ball. Comes forward. Poole. 8 on the 30. Poole looks. Pass off for Clare. Nathan Clare. Tom Johnson to the front, and a nice save made on a sprawling Lacrosse right at the front. 4:10 remaining. And a slashing call to come. Not a penalty-filled game by any stretch. Fournier sent off for the slash. Some coincidentals on the second period when the emotion heated up a bit, but I really do think it was Lacrosse scoring early to extend the Ladner lead and for a third straight period to give them a push to open the period. They've scored first in all 3 periods today. That seemed to take some emotion out of the game, and you start to maybe become resigned to the fact that it might not be your day if you're the Axemen. But in review, a team that has not given up here and won't now, as there's a shot of McDonald from a cutting Kenny. And for Coach Jason Tass and the troops, I think you just say, you know what? First game, maybe some jitters, maybe some jet lag, getting used to our surroundings. But it's been a 12-6 game that's felt much closer for most of the back half of it. Ladner ball. Up ahead come the Pioneers. And there will set up. Moves the ball in for Nathan Clare. And this has been an excellently played game for Ladner. They are a workmanlike team. They spread it around, and they just do everything well. Claire, Brian Poole, Kirkby shoots one into Paris, made a good save. Kirkby with a 3-goal game, and he's been a spark plug. Home run pass, breakaway chance. Bradenberg, oh, he just about put that around McDonald, looking for his hat trick. Wasson coming towards the net. Wasson in, tried to bounce that one, but couldn't quite find the spot that he wanted. Axemen will get the ball back. Bradenberg from the side. Capital Region short-handed here, but have to press, and they've had a couple of good chances. Forster takes on Sabo. Forster with a low shot, missed the goal. Ball in traffic. Recovered by Wasson. He couldn't get a shot away. A good push made by Carey as he tried to shoot. Carey looks ahead. Sabo in a one-on-one. Fournier has 9 seconds of penalty time left. 2:17 to go in the game. Brian Poole to the crease. They wanted Barakoff just outside. He got it anyway, and Barakoff knocked to the floor, but he won that ball. And just a case of Barakoff's hands were quicker than Paris's there. Ball just outside the paint. 2 in a row for Mike Barakoff. And a 3-goal run for Ladner here. 13-6, their biggest lead. Mike Barakoff does have sweet hands and quick hands, and he showed it that time. And you look down that Ladner lineup. Kirkby's had a strong game. Keith with a couple of goals. Barakoff with a couple of goals. Lacrosse a couple of goals. And that's the way that this team plays. Everybody contributes at both ends. And a lot of quickness and toughness at the back end. McDermott, one of the leaders there. Carey, Cox. Strong effort this morning. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, but it's really nice to get off to that good start. And there's a quick stick effort from McNeil. Did McDonald get a piece? They're going to say no, he didn't. McNeil just missing. And McDonald was certainly in the vicinity. 1:40 to go, third period. 13-6, Ladner Pioneers. Missed out on a BC championship, but very much going after the national title. They lost the 2 games that they did lose in the BC championship, both in overtime. Doesn't get much closer than it was between Nanaimo and Ladner. The 2 teams from British Columbia. Axemen with 1:08 left to try and get that 7th goal. Wasson. Burgin. He's got a couple today. Burgin tried to swim over top the defender, Pinder, but Pinder did well. Pass to the front. Wasson well checked. Just a defensive wall in that Ladner end of the floor. McDermott passes off to Ian Poole. And now ahead for Lacrosse. Lacrosse dumps it back. Brian Poole. Across for Barakoff. Barakoff looks. Forced back by Fournier. Moves it in for Lacrosse. Lacrosse on the move to the net. Getting in tight. Runs in behind. The 32nd class going to die out on him. He doesn't mind. He'll just leave the ball down there. And one last foray up the floor here for the Capital Region Axemen. 13-6 Ladner Pioneers. Ball is thrown back. Goalie coming to the bench. You work on your 6-on-5 set here. Burgin. Kenny down low. Vredenberg. Burgin fires one. McDonald down. Makes the save. Ball's underneath him. And just a fraction of a second remains. Ladner will take it. And this game is over. So game 1 of the President's Cup goes the way of the Ladner Pioneers. They were outshot 47-43 in the game. But they built up a lead and never looked back. 13-6 final, 5-2 after 1. 3 more they added in the second, 8-4 after 40 minutes. And then another 5 goals. They outscore Capital Region 5-2 in the third period. as the teams will come together for the handshake. And the officials will hand out the game MVPs on both sides. A morning lacrosse game to start off day one of the President's Cup. And this is a 4-game day. There's going to be some 5-game days where teams will play twice. And boy, is that ever taxing on the body. And that's where your roster has to be extremely deep, because you're not going to use the same 20 guys, that's for sure, on those 2-game days. You have to manage the week. But it's just one game for every team today. Coming up next, St. Albert, Saskatoon at 1 o'clock. Nanaimo, Caughnawaga at 5. Oakville, Onondaga at 8 tonight. And that will wrap up the day. The presentations of the game MVPs at center court right now. The officials will do the honors.
The MVP for the Axemen is number 92, Mark Brandenburg.
So Bradenburg, with a couple of goals, gets the MVP on the Axemen side. Gets presented with a token and a nice photo opportunity at the end of the game. And Kirkby, a leading candidate for sure, with a 3-goal performance. And Kirkby, the game MVP for the Ladner Pioneers. A goal in each period. And a real spark plug on the Ladner side. Was able to watch him regular season and playoffs, and certainly deserving on most nights of accolades. And he gets them here as the handshakes now with the officials continue as the players leave the floor. So we're underway at the President's Cup. Lots still to come today. 1 o'clock game between St. Albert and Saskatoon, and excitement for the opening ceremonies here. And the opening ceremony is well timed because they will lead into the host team's first game. Nanaimo playing at 5 o'clock against Caughnawaga today. 13-6 the final score. Ladner beats Capital Region. Game MVPs, a 3-goal man in Tyler Kirkby for Ladner, and Mark Vradenberg, a 2-goal game. An excellent performance by him. On the other side, lots more lacrosse to come here at the 2018 President's Cup.